Coming up in centre circle, Ryan Miller gets his mojo back at UWI. TVJ sports analyst Earl Bailey assesses this season of the Red Stripe Premier League. And we go into the archives for the 1996 Manning Cup final. Ryan Miller became the first hat-trick man of the Premier League season after his feat against Montego Bay United in Week 4. He's done it before at the schoolboy level, but never before in senior football.
Well, I am a proud man, you know. It's a massive feeling as well, you know. The first hat-trick in the top flight football. And I'm feeling proud because I'm working hard, and as the trainer said and the coaching staff, keep working and things will happen. So I'm just working. Well, when I got the 2 goals very early, I came to the sideline and my school coach, Neville Bell, said to me half time, go for the hat-trick. And I was like, all right coach, I will go for it.
And yes, he still gets advice from his former high school coach, Neville Bell.
So we'll talk about Georges and he will ask me how my day is going. So we still talk about football, and that's good, you know, because he keep pushing me forward and I'm grateful for it.
His 5 goals this season means he has scored more than 5 teams in the Premier League.
I'm just keep working and just doing what I have to do to help my team in the best way I can, you know, because my aim is to win the league, so do everybody else here, you know. You, for the last 2 seasons, they're performing good. Well, I set a goal that I want to score a double figure this season. The first season when I came back from Philly, I tell myself I want to score a double figure for Cavaliers, and it never happened. I only scored once. But this season I tell myself if I score a double figure, I'm pleased with my performance, because normally midfielder don't win leading goal scorer that easy. It's normally centre forward who win leading goal scorer. But I don't think about the leading goal scorer, but if it comes, it comes.
And he has attributed his start this season to his free role at UWI, something he didn't enjoy at Cavalier.
Here the coaching staff believe in me, and the difference with here and Cavaliers, at Cavaliers I could do what I want to do, but at the same time I could not do what I want to do because the coaches like always like constantly nagging and like pass the ball and stuff like here. Here now I can do what I want to do because the coaching staff here believe in me and they trust me as my fellow teammates. So that gives me the confidence to do things that people don't expect me to do. I did want to come to UWI from last season and it never happened. So I stay with Cavaliers and say, all right, I will fight, because I was there when the team demoted. So I said I was going to fight and bring them back to the top flight and then find somewhere else to go and start a new chapter in my life.
Miller left Cavalier in the summer to join UWI after being persuaded by Marcel Gale, who he worked with at St. George's College.
The first year when I just came back from Philadelphia to Jamaica, when UWI was in the top flight football, one day I was coming to training when Cavaliers was training up at George's, but Emmett Park, and I saw Coach Marcel. He was like, I'm coming for you this season, I'm coming for you this season. And I was laughing and said, Coach, come on, you're joking. And I was like, I'm serious, I'm coming for you. So from that time, I would want to come to UWI, but it never happened. And then last season, again, I tried to come in the transfer window, it never happened. So this season, I said, I'm not making it pass, I'm coming this season.
He says there's no bad blood between himself and Cavalier.
Cavaliers is my homegrown club. I love Cavaliers. I've been there from I was 13, so Cavaliers play a big part in my career, you know. Mr. Speed as well play a big part, because when I was 15, 16, he gave me the confidence I could play with older guys than me. So Cavaliers is my homegrown club. I don't got anything against them. I love Cavaliers. All my friends are back in Cavaliers, so facing Cavaliers is just another game for me. If I score against Cavaliers, it's just I score a goal, you know, no celebration or anything like that. I have respect for the club as always, and I respect everybody at the club.
Miller has tried his luck overseas after leaving Jamaica to join the academy of the Philadelphia Union in 2014, hoping to better his life. But it didn't work for him.
It was a tough time in Philly, and it was a good experience for me because I learned a lot there as a young footballer at a young age. I leave at a young age when I was 18, so I learned. And day by day there, they teach me a lot of things, how a pro should be. And when I came back in Jamaica, I just try to do as best I can to be like the pro as there and other where I go and watch, you know. So it's a good experience for me, and I hope one day I will be back. In every team you go, you have coaches have different players who they like and interested in. So maybe was not a fan favorite at the club.
His disappointment deepens considering he left school with 2 Manning Cup seasons to play.
When everything never went well, when I look back and I came home and I talked to my family and friends, I was very disappointed because at the same time the Flow Super Cup came in and I was like crazy over the Flow Super Cup, and I was wanting to play in it every time. So when I was abroad, I used to text coach and ask him if I could come back and play, and he said no, stay and make things happen, you know. But it was a big setback for me at that time, but we just have to move on and look forward. I did tell myself I was gonna stop because I never feel like the Ryan who I used to feel. It did set me back way back, and I feel down in myself. I said maybe I disappointed myself, my school, and my agent who I was working with at the time, because I said maybe if I was putting in more work over there, I probably could have made it at that time. But it was a big setback, and then when I come back, I was training with Cavaliers for when I love football, and then at that time I like giving up, like me never really put out the interest anymore. Like when I go training, I go like Monday and all Wednesday, and then I come back till Saturday morning till me and Rudolph Speed sit and we talk, and it was like come back to training and just be the person you is, and we can get you back in the senior team and people will see you from there. So he helped build my confidence, and I just go back and start play football.
His career took a nosedive then, so much so that he couldn't make the national under-20 squad for which he was the captain.
Well, that was a big disappointment for me as well, because when I came back I was like, I'm going to use this to make back a step forward and stuff like that. But at the end, when I get cut, I couldn't believe that I get cut from the squad. Like when I went on, I was texting my fellow teammate Junior Flemings and I asked him what really happened and thing. But at the time, I was nursing an injury, you know, so I think that was the setback at the time, because there was like 2-3 weeks before the tournament and then I would have an hamstring injury. So I think that was a big setback for me at the time. No, I'm just trying to be back the Ryan Miller I used to be in 2013 when I was playing Manning Cup, and I just want to play football and enjoy football. So I'm enjoying my game right now, and as you can see, 5 goals in 4 games is a massive for a midfielder. And last season I have a wonderful season in the Super League. I scored 18 goals overall all season, winning the leading goal scorer and the Jackie Bell knockout, and also in the Super League. So I'm enjoying football now.
But despite returning to play locally, overseas is where Miller wants to be playing.
Football is what I love, and I want to make it out of football. So any opportunity come overseas that suit me and my family and friends, I will take the opportunity. Place in the national team will do much. Will play a big part in my career now, you know, because getting a a senior call-up will open a lot of opportunity for me overseas, because as once a 21-year-old calling his national senior team to represent his country, people overseas are going to say, wow, who is this kid? He must doing something good that he can make the senior side at age 21.
During his younger days, his mom wasn't in favor of him playing football, but now he has the full support of his family.
My family play a big part in my career, especially my sister Katie and Joseph, you know. She always there now. She's in Canada now, but every time after a game she would like pray before or ask how the game go, and I would send her the score and she would say I love you, and we talk. But at first when I was like going to primary school, my mom was telling me to quit quit football because that's all in my head and stuff like that. So, well, now after everything, when I started go to high school and she said progress, so she was like, all right, if that's what you love, well, keep doing it. So now my family play a big part in my career. Like Sunday after the game and when I went home and my family here, I scored 3 goals. Everyone run to me and hug me and stuff like that. So my family play a big part. At the time she was like, education is the key, education is the key. When your foot broke, you still have your education and stuff like that. But I always tell her, I will make it out of football, so just give me the chance. And then some neighbor was, one day we were having a discussion and stuff like that, and our neighbor was walking past and here she shouting at me and say, oh, you should stop play and stuff like that. And the neighbor sit and talk to her and say, if that's what he loved, let him make him play. And from this, so my mom just give me the okay. Trenchtown produce a lot of quality players, as you can see now. Jamil Hardware from Boys Town is from the community as well. Marvin Morgan is from the community as well. And Fabian Reed from Arnett Guard is also from the community as well. And also Vishinal Harris is from the community. So Trenchtown produce a lot of quality talent, as you can see.
Still to come, Earl Bailey picks who could be the first coaching casualty of the season. And if you weren't born before 1996, well, we'll show you one of the big moments.